talking about the new flu strain that is emerging out of Mexico, and our incompetent, corrupt CDC has issued no travel restrictions. Do you hear this? No warnings have been issued about travel to Mexico by our corrupt, incompetent so-called scientists at the CDC. Yet in Mexico, 6.1 million students were kept out of daycare centers. But in America, the lying thieves in the U.S. government have nothing to say because the bottom line is more important. You cannot stop the flow of people, drugs, and whatever. After all, our commerce depends upon this flow of drugs, so you can't tell people not to go or come from Mexico. This virus has a unique combination of gene segments not seen in people or pigs before. The virus contains human virus, avian virus from North America, and pig viruses from North America, Europe, and Asia. No one's ever seen it before. I ask you a question. Where is the dumb moron, Janet Napolitano, the head of the Homeland Security Department? Why are they not looking into this as a possible terrorist attack on America? Now you say, how could this be? Because the demons in the radical Islamic world have been trying to modify the influenza virus for years. We've been told about this for years. Some of these scientists are very clever. And they also know that because of the open borders policy with Mexico, because of the corruption in our U.S. government, it's very easy to bring a altered virus into Mexico, put it into the general population, have them march across the border. They know the U.S. government is corrupt and incapable of protecting its people. They can't stop anything because they don't want to stop anything. The question is, what are we going to do about this? How do you protect yourself? What can you do? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, and I don't give a damn if you don't like what I'm going to say. I'm going to have no contact anywhere with an illegal alien, and that starts in the restaurants. You want intelligence? Stop eating in restaurants where they have undocumented workers in the kitchen. And you're risking your life, moron. You want to be a good liberal? Go and have some wonderful food tonight and pay no attention to the kitchen. Go ahead, idiot. Go ahead. Go and eat in the restaurant now with illegal aliens all over the kitchen. And you don't know whether they were in Mexico yesterday or 2 days ago because your wonderful government doesn't give a rat's behind who's in the kitchen or whether they wipe their behind with their hands. All they care about is that the borders remain open for obvious reasons. No. I'll start with restaurants. That's it. The door slammed shut for me. That's number one. Number two, I will have no illegal alien workers around me. I will not have them in any of my properties. I will not have them anywhere near me. You don't want to take that precaution? Good luck to you, Johnson. Go down to a recruiting center. Go and hug them in the street. Go and kiss them in the street at a recruiting center, along with Barbara Boxer and Dianne Feinstein. Ask them to hug an illegal alien for you. You want to use common sense? Those are two things you can do immediately. I'll give you number three. You want number three? Number three is greatly increase your intake of ascorbic acid. That's vitamin C. I don't need the approval of the dummies in the medical profession who want to sell you a drug. They'll tell you there's nothing to do. You know what the CDC told you today? Wash your hands. $1 trillion agency tells you the way to stop AIDS is put on a condom, and the way to stop the spread of the flu now is wash your hands. You hear this? All the geniuses with MDs, PhDs in the CDC use soap and water. You hear this? This is how far we've come in America. Wash your hands and wear condoms. That's the best advice these schmucks can give you. Now, the reason I tell you to greatly increase your intake of ascorbic acid is because it's well established outside of medical circles, which are useless when it comes to these things. It's well established that ascorbic acid in sufficient dosages improves your immune response to foreign invaders. There are other things you can do.
Savage.